Hello and welcome to Dotnet with Sikhen, and our today's topic is encapsulation in C#, the first pillar of object-oriented programming. So let's get started. What is encapsulation? Encapsulation in C# is the object-oriented principle of bundling data, that is the fields and the methods that works on that data into a single unit like a class, while restricting direct access to the internal state. Now, in another way, it is a process of data hiding and control access. Encapsulation is equal to bundle data plus the behavior. So we know, like in a class, normally we have the data members and the member functions, right? So to protect that data members from outside the world, we need encapsulation. So basically it hides internal state and it exposes the controlled access. But why it is needed actually, right? So let's take an example of this bank account. So in this bank account, you can see here I have taken one field, that is the balance, and that is the public decimal balance. And while creating an object, we can easily assign this balance to the negative number like -2000, and that should not happen, right? Because you should not assign any negative number to the balance, otherwise it will decrease your account, right? So what you need to do, you need to solve this problem. So how will you solve this problem? By the help of encapsulations. So this is the first pillar, solves this by hiding data and controlling access. No more negative balances. And look at this example. So here I have taken this account, and you can see the underscore balances, this field I have taken it as a private. So when I mark this field as a private, it means this field is not accessible outside this bank account class. But how can I access it? So I can access it by using this property, and I have made this property as a public. And here you can see in the get I am just returning that fields, and in set I have just validated it, right? So if value is less than 0, then I'm throwing one exception, that is the no negative balances, and then I'm assigning the value to this. So in this way I can protect the field by assigning any negative numbers, right? So this is the encapsulations. Basically we are writing, or you can say like we are marking the field as a private. When we mark this as a private, it means we are hiding the data. It is not available outside the bank account. That is the most important. And we have the controlled access also, right? So if I want to access this underscore balance field, then how can I access it? I can access it through the property, that is through the balance. And here I will always get a positive number, right? So in this case, if you try to access or if you try to set this -2000, then here it will throw an exception, which is not allowed. I will discuss more on the exception in our upcoming videos. So let's quickly go to the Visual Studio and let's see in action. So I have prepared same class here, and let's look at one by one. So here the balance is decimal and it is in private section, and here I have created one public field also, or you can say like public property, but here I have set it private, right? It means you can just read it, but you cannot set it outside the class because it is private set. So internally it should be set through any behavior or methods, or maybe the use of constructor, right? So we have already seen what exactly the constructor is, and here you can see we can push the initial balance also if we want, but it should not be negative number, otherwise it will throw the exception, and we can set it. And I have created two more methods. One is for the deposit and another is for the withdrawal. And again here I can check it, like if the amount is less than or equal to 0, then it should throw the exception, otherwise balance should be equal to balance plus amount, whatever the amount you want to deposit. And in withdraw also, you cannot withdraw the amount which is more than your balance, right? So let's say if you have 10,000 in your account and you want to withdraw 11,000, so it should throw the exception again, insufficient funds. otherwise it will deduct money from your account, right? So you can withdraw it kind of. And here in main method you can see the initial bank account, the initial balance is 1000, and let's say I want to deposit 500, and again I want to, let's say, withdraw 200, and then we can print the balance. So here this is the read only access, so you can just access it but you cannot set any balance. So let's say if I try to set it here, something account dot, let's say, balance is equal to something 1000, it will not allow you. Why is it so? Because here the balance is private set, it is not the only set, right? So private set means you are not supposed to set any value outside the class, but yeah, you can read it. So that here we have the get access, so account.balance, you can read it. So the encapsulation meaning no direct access of the actual field where you store the data, means you are hiding the data, right? So it is important that you need to encapsulate it. So, and how can we access this balances? Either through the property that we need to make it as a read only, or you can access this balance through the public methods, that is the behaviors basically, right? So here you can see I have accessed this underscore balance through this bank account constructor, or through deposit, or through withdraw. So these are different public methods, so they are the behavior of this class, right? So this is the data hiding, or you can say the first pillar we have learned, like encapsulations, what exactly it is, and how, what is the problem, and how we can solve this. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.